So I set myself up, and when I walk in with expectations, when I walk in trying to create security through what I call sort of excessive control strategies, right? Be impressive, be quiet. Like so now I've started to do sort of a daily, when I'm on my spiritual game, this is a daily thing for me. It's recognizing when are my self-preservation strategies? When are my excessive control strategies? When is my seeking safety setting me up to be wounded, hurt, or disappointed in others?
Wow.
Fear is, look, when I go into a situation with fear, I can parent out of fear, right? When I go home and I come in with fear instead of faith. I walk in and I'm afraid. Look, I come from a very well-educated family. All my uncles went to, Yale, Columbia, Georgetown, Johns Hopkins. Like education was really important in my family, really like get a good education, succeed, right? I realized in myself, right? Yeah. I come home, I say to the kids, hey guys, tell me about your day at school. And they're like, oh, we did a little math, we did a little, right? They seem totally disinterested.
I want to play Zelda.
I want to play Zelda. Yeah. So yeah, my son will say, Dad, it's a really cool thing. Yeah, I did math, but then I looked at my Zelda book and I drew this thing. And did you know in level 8,
yes. No, oh, dude, beautiful.
And I react.
We have the same age son, so we're speaking the same language.
And I react really poorly.
Yes.
I shut it down. So I get angry.
So it's here's what I love, and Dad doesn't care about it.
Dad doesn't care. But you know why I don't care? You know why I get so angry? Because I came in with fear. My fear is this is one of my deep fears. I've had to work on this. If my kids don't sort of achieve a real sort of high educational attainment, right? If they don't go to a great college, if they don't get a master's degree or doctoral degree, then they're not good enough. That's my fear.
And if your wife's aware of that fear, that's a lot of pressure to put on your homeschooling wife,
100%,
right? And me too. I'm not
100%.
Yeah. Somebody said this to me once. It was a really great point. He said, we should, as fathers, condescend into our children's interests in the way that God the Father condescended in Christ to our level. So when my son is telling me about Zelda or Minecraft, there's this thing in me that's like, screw Minecraft, like read Shakespeare.
Right. and it's almost always my fear. It's always
it's like, totally
what if I put you into the world? What if I put you into the world and people know you're my son and you're not blank?
You know what's funny is I have tons of wounds and I react, but it's interesting, like that's not one of mine. Yeah. It's nice to realize what's not your wounds,
100%.
Because that way you realize you're not just reading everything into your own stuff. I definitely have stuff. That's okay, because that's not one of mine. So what are mine?
Yeah, that's mine. The education one. And we were sitting around the table, and I was asking the kids, like, what are the tell me the prepositions. I learned my prepositions in 7th grade. Mr. Barrett, God rest his soul, taught us the alphabetical order: aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, right. And I was like, hey guys, what are the prepositions? And they were like, they're like below, after, so what does that do? When they're kind of given this sloppy, it hits my fear. They're not going to be smart. They're not being they don't memorize. They don't.
Is it more they will know they're my kids, or is it I'm screwing up? Like I'm not doing a good enough job?
For me, it's both. It's I'm not doing a good enough job, and it's people are going to think I'm not doing a good enough job. Oh, brother, what happens when they encounter, Dr. So-and-so or Dr. So, and so I parent out of fear. But the truth is, man, all that is a setup. I'm setting myself up to be hurt, disappointed. Babe, I said, babe, the kids they just don't care. They're not interested. They don't pay attention to me when I teach them. No, I'm walking in with fear, and I'm parenting out of fear instead of love. I'm parenting out of fear instead of faith. And the simple fact is, my kid might be a mechanic. Like my kid loves small engines. Freaking loves small engines, Matt. And like to be totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
To be excited with him and for him.
I'm starting
and work
to say
on
100%.
Yeah.
We're both going to say that back and forth. If somebody can tell us in the comments section how many times the word 100% was used, I will send you a free beer stein.
Do I say 100% a lot?
Yeah, but I like it. But I just started 100%. Saying it. 100%.
I have friends who are like really, I hang out with a lot of these guys in philosophy who are like, have a lot of like epistemic skepticism, and so they'll believe they would when you say 100%, they'd be like 99.9, but never 100, Matt.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.